listening to Sports Talk 916 with Greg Bull and Coach Greg Veroza.
Good evening. I think I know how to talk. Can you hear me? Am I talking on this thing?
Yep.
Thought I forgot how.
We got you.
Wow, it's been a long time. The smoke in this bad air is killing my throat.
Bad.
Well, welcome back. It's been quite a while. It's been a long vacation. You know what? Let's turn around. I don't.
No, because then everything's backwards if we turn it around. I got it. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, we're back and live on Facebook, and we're back on Mixlr.
Yes, we are.
After some extensive meetings and a lot of discussion and negotiations, we took about 5 minutes and decided we wanted to go back onto Mixlr. So we're back on the Mixlr app, so you guys can find us there.
Yep, you got us mobile if you need us.
Yep. And yeah, it's been a long time. I miss coming over and talking.
Yeah, it's been a little while. A lot's gone on.
Been what, about 2 months?
It's been about 2 months.
I've already gone through 2 legs.
You have, as weird as that sounds. So let's do this. Before we get into sports, let's talk about life. What's been up, Greg Veroza?
Well, most of you guys know, had some surgery in May. Got my new foot in June, and we were here a couple of weeks, and then took some time off for swimming and sickness and drunken debauchery and all kinds of stuff between the two of us.
Yeah.
And got a new leg about 2 weeks ago, which I think looks pretty cool.
TJ, can you hear me? He says he can't hear me.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, keep going.
So I got a new cool cool looking leg.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's going well. Had a good swim season. We won our little conference, so that was kind of cool. And for the 3rd year in a row, we're talking Dynasty. And what else has gone on? Oh, so I was telling you earlier, there's a couple little things that... so I went into the guy who does my prosthetics a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And he says, God, man, you walk so good. He goes... So the next time I went in, he goes, yeah, I talked... It sounds hollowy. It sounds like there, whatever that was.
Yep.
You just did. Okay. Now I gotta turn this down.
TJ, can you hear me?
That's better. That's much better. Can you hear us?
They can hear you fine, so keep telling your stories.
Okay. So I walk in and the guy goes, yeah, you walk so good. He goes, I was talking to a manufacturer about you. He goes, would you be interested in maybe doing some traveling? I'm like, yeah, okay. He goes, well, a lot of these manufacturers like to take people with them to trade shows, and they set you up in all the newest, greatest gadgets and legs that you get to keep for free.
Nice.
And all you have to do is walk around trade shows and tell people what you think of them. So basically, I'm going to be a fake foot model or fake leg model.
Nice.
So
that's what's up.
That's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited about that. So other than that, just trying to sell houses. I'm actually back on the deck refereeing water polo again, which is kind of cool. So basically, my goal is to get back doing everything that I was doing before. And I'm pretty close to doing that now. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I love watching all your progress, and I love.
Yeah, I remember a couple of them where you know.
I love
indeed.
I love trolling some of your Facebook people
and misspelling my quotes and.
Yep. So let's see. Barn Mom says we sound better on Mixlr than we do on Facebook Live. So that's good to know. I'll make a couple tweaks, Mike. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're back. It's been a long-ass time since we've done one of these things. A lot has happened. And a lot to cover. I mean, it's...
What about you? What's been going on with you guys?
A whole lot of nothing. Just working and you know, the kids are getting older. I'm 10 and 8 now with my little ones. They just had their birthday party a couple weeks ago. Or last week, I should say. the wife is progressing in her surrogacy.
I don't know that we've talked about that on the air.
No, we haven't. So there you go, breaking news.
That's my breaking news.
Should be pregnant by like November, December-ish.
Right.
So for a nice family out of the Bay Area. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. That's very cool.
And just going through things. Nothing bad, all good, and no complaints at all. So
cool.
What's up, Tony Pacheco? Before we get into it, let me go ahead and say something about this gentleman.
Is that our dude?
Yeah. So Folsom Lake Ford.
Hey, Tony.
Tony Pacheco. You may have seen it on Facebook. Almost 900 of you have. Basically, Tony, if everything goes well, will be Sports Talk 916's go-to car guy. If you're looking for a new or used Ford or Kia, or new or used anything that they may have on their lot, Tony's the guy. A lot of times you may hear it on 1140. Doug Christie reads about Folsom Lake Ford all the time, but there's no specifics. You still have to go in. You still have to deal with the car salesman. You still have to go through the process of everyone hounding you. We're trying to eliminate that for you. Myself, I've bought 3 cars through Tony. My family's bought a handful of them. Friends have bought a bunch. Having a name, having a face to go in and get rid of, that pressure. You have the same guy from start to finish. He knows this stuff. He's going to get you through, and he's going to hook you up with the best deal possible. That's Tony Pacheco. He's at Folsom Lake Ford, the big flag at the corner of the auto mall right off Highway 50 and Folsom Boulevard. You can give him a call, 530-218-7069. You'll see a lot more from us, hopefully, in the future from Tony and from Folsom Lake Ford, and he is the guy to go to. So I wanted to give him a nice little plug there. He's been legit to us, and we hopefully he can carry that along for everyone else as well. But
and I owe Tony an apology.
He's on right now watching, so go ahead.
So Tony, my sister has a friend who's owns a car dealership. You might have heard her, Katina something or other, wrapped in. And so she pulled that friend out of the hat today for my mom to buy a new Honda Accord. So I definitely wholeheartedly recommend going to Folsom Lake Ford. I actually have bought a car there a long time ago, but we wanted to do the Honda thing, and Katina had a little bit of pull in the whole thing. So sorry, man, but we'll get you next time.
Greg's seen our vehicles. He knows what's up. He knows they're legit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the truck.
Yes, sir. So James Hines says, "Am I the only one with poor sound quality?" James, I would hope not. I would hope so. I should say, I would hope that you're the only one with poor quality. Go hop on Mixlr, see if it's any better. We're back on Mixlr, and that'll make things a whole hell of a lot easier over there if Facebook Live is not working for you. But yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. A lot of things kind of happened since the last time we were on. There was a fight. There was a boxing match, probably the first boxing match since Pacquiao-Mayweather that I've watched. There were some NBA trades that occurred this week.
And reoccurred this week.
And, hey, James, we're paying for Mixlr now. We're not on the free feed anymore, so there's a good opportunity that it will not buffer as much as it used to. So go ahead and give it a shot. Tony says it's all good. It pays to have friends in the business. Thank you, Sports Talk. Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, and like I said, Tony, we will talk you up like no other.
Absolutely. Barn Mom says Mixlr is sounding awesome. This is from the sound check guy. At least he's not our producer anymore. Now he's a sound check guy.
Oh, he's not our producer? Did we fire him?
Apparently he's a sound check guy now.
Oh, wow.
Self-appointed. Let's see here. What we got? We have the trade. There's some rumors about Cleveland looking for another trade. Vegas doesn't like the Kings. Barn Bomb, we have a bone to pick with you. And your buddy LeVar Ball is in the news. So
I thought he'd disappeared for a while.
We'll get to all that, and we'll get to NFL because that's what matters most. So let's do this. Let's hear a little spot from Mr. Veroza, and then we'll jump right into sports stuff.
If you or anyone you know is thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, they deserve to have someone working with them that not only knows what they're doing, but will explain everything that happens along the way. That person would be me, Coach Greg Veroza of Keller Williams Realty. I have two goals. My first goal is to coach you through the buying and selling process, making it easy to understand and as stress-free as possible, which isn't easy sometimes. My second goal is to have fun doing it. Come be a part of my team. Let me coach you or anyone you know through the real estate process. Give me a call at 916-241-8068, and let's talk about how I can coach you through the real estate process. Let me ask you one question. Who do you know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate that I should know right now? Again, that's Greg Veroza, Keller Williams Realty, 916-241-8068.
All right, let's talk NBA. So the NBA is trying really, really hard this offseason to keep up with the NFL when it comes to offseason moves.
Yeah.
And big one happened. So Cleveland, but while we were gone, Kyrie Irving came out and publicly basically said he wants out. He wants to be the man. He wants to be able to run an offense. Basically saying he's tired of LeBron James.
He's tired of playing second fiddle. Tired of playing Robin.
Exactly. So he asked for a trade, and there was a lot of rumors speculating: is he going to go to Houston? Is he going to go to New York? Are they going to stiff him and send him somewhere like Phoenix?
That's what they should have done.
But instead, they made a deal with the Boston Celtics. Now, this deal was made like 2 weeks ago. And it was Kyrie Irving to the Celtics for former Sacramento King Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and a 2018 unprotected Brooklyn first-round pick.
Which is probably going to be in top 3.
Top 3, top 5 for sure. And deal was agreed to. Everything was good. And then Isaiah Thomas's hip injury came up in the medical report that Cleveland did not like that Boston signed off on it so well, because of the fact that apparently his hip is worse than anticipated, or worse than the doctors had thought. So they threatened to void the trade. Now, you cannot send Kyrie Irving back to Cleveland after that and expect anything to work.
That wasn't going to happen.
So they had a week, basically, to rehash the trade. Boston threw in a 2020 second-round pick, which is nothing.
I know. I don't understand why that made everything so much better.
I don't either. I think Cleveland just wanted to win. They wanted to say, we want more. Okay, cool, you got more. And
now their new GM can hoist that flag up his flagpole and say that he beat Boston in the trade.
Yep.
I'm sorry, my throat's messed up.
All good. Don't worry about it. So that trade went through. What do you think? Does that do enough for Boston with adding Gordon Hayward and having
for Boston,
having Cleveland, or having Kyrie there, Hayward? You still have Marcus Smart. You still have Olynyk. You still have a very good team.
I think they're improved. I think it's going to be. I think they stepped up into the second position of the Eastern Conference behind Cleveland. I think it closed the gap a little bit.
Now, do they have? We get to bring out. Hey, James, you're back on Mixlr. Let's start at the cough counter again.
I know, right?
Do you think that's enough? So, really, what it comes down to is everyone's like, "Oh, they're not going to win as many games this year. They're not going to win as many games." What it comes down to is they need to win 4 games, and that's 4 games against Cleveland in the playoffs. Everything else doesn't matter. They're gonna make the playoffs,
right?
Does that put them in a place that they can win?
That most likely puts them in the 2nd seed. I mean, they were the 1st seed this year.
Right.
So I don't think they're any worse.
Right. Olynyk is in Miami. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't think they're any worse. So at worst, they're going to be 2nd. And I don't think Cleveland is going to be the first seed this year. I don't buy it.
So Cleveland loses Kyrie. They get Isaiah, they get Crowder, which makes them deep. They got Jalen,
which I like. I like the Crowder pickup much more than I like the Isaiah pickup.
Right. They also have Derrick Rose. They got in the offseason.
Yeah.
They still have Shumpert. They still have Smith. They still have a pretty deep team.
Yeah.
But rumor has it that there's another trade that they're trying to make happen. They've apparently shopped around a little bit the unprotected pick for Brooklyn because they have a fear that they don't have a deep enough squad to appease LeBron James for...
They don't have a deep enough squad to go against the Warriors.
That's true. No, we do not have any football on right now. But So Cleveland's in a tough spot. Do they shop that pick to try to deepen their team to make LeBron happy, or do they hold on to it with the fear that LeBron leaves and now they have a top 3 pick?
I think if they were smart, they'd hold on to it and not maybe shop it around if they get something that they just can't pass up.
What's up, Troy?
To take it. But other than that, I mean, just hold on to it because everything points to LeBron leaving next year.
Do you want to know what the rumor is?
What?
The rumor right now is that 2018 unprotected first-round pick and Iman Shumpert to the Pelicans for DeMarcus Cousins. That's what they've been trying to facilitate. That's what they're trying to work. You put DeMarcus
I would love to see that.
with Thompson and LeBron.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Kevin Love's there. You have
What do you
Isaiah.
think the over and under on how many games it would take for that team to implode?
I think it works somehow.
I
think LeBron is enough for DeMarcus to calm down. I think Isaiah helps. And then on top of that, the other.
But Isaiah and DeMarcus didn't get along when they played here.
Apparently, they've hashed that out. They fixed that. These two are like buddy again from everything that I've seen in like inner circle reading and stuff like that. The
Wow.
other thing is, there's another player that's in the mix right now that if that trade is facilitated, they lose Shumpert, and they maybe try to trade like Kevin Love or J.R. Smith. There's another player waiting in the weeds right now that is rumored heavily to join the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that is Dwayne Wade, who's in the process of working out a buyout with Chicago.
Right, I've heard that.
If Wade goes there, are they deep enough to beat the Warriors yet?
Well, let's look at it. Let's compare player to player. Okay.
Okay.
So you take Durant and LeBron.
Okay.
Probably favoring LeBron.
Yep.
Okay, but pretty close. I mean, you got the number 1 and 2 legitimate players in the NBA.
Yes.
Okay, so second, who's there? Who would be Cleveland's number 2?
It's either got to be Kevin Love or Isaiah Thomas, right? Scoring wise.
Okay, so you put Isaiah Thomas against.
Good.
I completely. What's his face?
Steph. How do you forget Curry?
I don't know. So Isaiah against Steph. That's heavily to the Warriors.
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay, who's their third?
Love. Or now are you saying with the DeMarcus Cousins rumor going through?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would put DeMarcus at 2 then. So DeMarcus would you can put him at 3, it doesn't matter. You're going position to position. So that would be Draymond and DeMarcus. I think you give that edge to Draymond.
Absolutely you give that edge
because
to Draymond.
DeMarcus can't keep it cool when it comes to
Draymond knows how to get underneath his skin. Okay, so who's Cleveland's fourth guy?
That would be Kevin Love. So you put Kevin Love with whoever this center is, I guess. Well, Draymond would be the center.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, Iggy?
Yeah, probably. And then what about Thompson? What about Clay?
The Warriors are gonna. I mean, anybody.
You take those 5 guys, and the only position that the Cavs have an advantage on is LeBron and Kevin Durant, and that's close as it is.
What do you think of this? What do you think about the possibility that this season the Warriors go out and trade away Clay?
Well, Cleveland's already offered.
No, I know they offered Kyrie for him. They didn't. But trade away Clay, trade away Iggy, or let's say in the offseason, not even during this season, because they're going to keep those guys to make a run unless someone throws like the vault at them, right? In the offseason, trade away Clay, trade away Iggy, re-sign Draymond at a lighter deal like KD did. LeBron James joins the Warriors next year. Can you see that happening the way the NBA is right now?
Oh, absolutely, I could see that happening. But with all the crap that Durant got for going to the Warriors, can you imagine what LeBron would have to eat to go to the Warriors?
They would go for an undefeated season.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It would be an undefeated season.
It'd be like an all-star team. It would be an all-star team.
It would be like going through and
you would have
forcing
all 5
trades on NBA 2K, like forced trades. I don't care, and I'm building the team I want.
You would have 5 all-stars starting.
You'd have five. You would have 5 potential Hall of Fame players when their career's over starting.
God.
Because you would start LeBron at the 5, or Draymond at the 5,
right?
LeBron at the 4, Durant at the 3. You'd put
Clay.
No, they got rid of Clay. So in my scenario, so you would start. You would plug in. So you'd have 4 out of 5 guys essentially.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, does that really, given their style of play though, of the 3 guys or the 4 guys that stay there, does that really make them stronger to have LeBron?
Yes.
I know. I'm just.
Yes. It absolutely does.
Do you think LeBron could play in that style?
Yeah, because he would just float on the wing. He wouldn't need to go in and get his ass kicked.
That's true.
He can just chill.
That's true. God.
Unbelievable. We totally went out of order.
But where he's going to, more likely,
Lakers.
He's going to end up at the Lakers.
Yep. Let's see. Vegas hates the Kings. Vegas has the Kings at 28 wins. 28.5 wins. Tied with Phoenix for the worst team in the NBA. If you go to Vegas before the season starts, do you take the over or the under?
Boy, those guys know what they're talking about, though.
They do.
I still take the over. I think they're a 35-win team this year.
So do I. That's about where I thought about it. Let's see. Let's talk LeVar Ball before we get to Mike Barnbaum, who's not even watching. Where the fuck is Barnbaum at? Is he? Oh, he might have just went to. Oh, he's on Mixlr. Okay, cool. Okay. We love you, Mike.
For now.
LeVar Ball, your buddy.
LeVar Ball. Oh God. I've actually come around a little bit on. I don't like him. I think he's an idiot. But we had this talk I think on one of our last episodes.
Tony, there should be a share button in the bottom right corner, bud.
We had this discussion right towards the end of one of our last shows that as much as I hate him and as much as he's an idiot, he's a freaking genius.
Greg did.
Greg did what?
Renewed your season tickets for next year.
Yeah. He's a genius.
He is. Because people know his name.
And we're talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about $450 shoes that didn't sell anything. But
and now he just released one of his high school junior who's going to basically make him potentially ineligible for NCAA play because he's an idiot.
Yep.
You're not a video gamer. You can care less.
No.
But LeVar Ball is in NBA 2K18 on the My Player season. He pops up in the social media feed talking a gang of shit toward your player coming through the ranks. Like, someone put up a screenshot. It's like, I don't even know who @DJ is. Had to Google him. # not a big baller. It's like...
That's LeVar?
LeVar's in the game.
Oh, man.
Which is awesome. I think that's clever as hell for them to bank on that. And starting, I believe, next week, Facebook Live TV show, reality show following the Ball family.
God.
Facebook is getting into the live TV realm, and you're going to be able to follow the life of the Big Baller brand on Facebook Live.
Oh God! Here's the ultimate in just reality crap: is if the Balls somehow get hooked up with the Kardashians. Can you imagine what a clusterfuck of a TV show that would be?
It's crazy. So Barnbaum renewed his season tickets at an average of 15 per game, where folks would stand throughout the whole game, sitting prohibited. They did standing room only season tickets. Is it up on the rail, the bar?
Yeah,
or
I think so. I don't know where it is.
That's interesting. I wouldn't want to stand the whole fucking game though. Mike.
But they made a big deal about it on Facebook, like it was something that had never been done by anybody before.
Which is true, I think.
But they've always sold standing room only.
Yeah, but not season tickets.
That's true.
Only. Mike,
really?
Should we call him for this? No. Mike.
No.
Mike.
We love you, Mike.
De'Aaron Fox is number 5, Mike. Not 40. Why the hell... I'm trying not to rip into him. Why the hell did you waste your money on a jersey that says De'Aaron Fox 40? Mike... You mother... we're moving on from it. But God damn it, Mike.
Hi.
Nope. God.
This is Mike.
Damn it, Barnbaum.
What now?
We have something to say about that, Mike.
I say he's an idiot.
I love it. That's number 2. That's my number 2 favorite drop. Now.
If you guys haven't heard it, Bruce Bochy was talking about the pitcher on the Nationals that threw at Buster Posey's head, and he comes in with this hot take.
I'll say it, he's an idiot.
The best sound clip. I found that I was dying.
That is awesome. I love that.
Damn it, Mike.
I heard that on the news, and I called you and said...
You called me immediately.
I said, find it. You got to find it.
I remembered today to find it, but Barnbaugh, man, don't wear that jersey anywhere, please. In other news, since we were gone, Zach Randolph was busted for possession of pot. They said it was a whole hell of a lot to intent to sell. Now it's a misdemeanor pot charge, so that'll be washed away.
Yeah. I mean, do you still keep him around?
Mike, I know there's a goddamn Sacramento connection, but his number is 5. He doesn't give a flying fuck about Fox 40. He doesn't care. They don't even show the goddamn Kings games, and Jim Crandall's an idiot. Okay?
I'll say it, he's an idiot.
It's my favorite soundbite.
My second favorite.
It's been a long time. I don't even know where it is anymore.
That should be number 1 on your list.
A fucking punter!
That's great.
A fucking punter!
This is my other favorite one.
This is stupid. I want to talk about vaginas!
Will says I cut him. Cut Zach Randolph. That's a tough one. Pot's legal in California now. He didn't intend to sell. It was a minor possession charge. You can't. I don't think you could cut him.
Yeah, but
for
it's
it.
not legal in the NBA. They get popped for it.
Yeah, but it's guys. Fucking what's it we call it? Darren Collison punched his fiance or wife in the face, and he got 5 games.
Yeah.
You cannot hold pot to be more intrusive than a domestic violence charge. You can't.
Yeah.
Sets a bad precedent.
Although deflated footballs are pretty much about the same as beating your girlfriend.
In the NFL it is,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. Speaking of that...
How do we...
Yes.
Are we going to talk about the fight first? or-
Oh, God damn it. Do you want to talk about... All right, Money Mayweather versus Floyd McGregor.
That's a good fight. Okay, let's go to the NFL.
Good fight. I didn't think... I honestly thought McGregor was going to find a way to win the fight, was going to knock him out. I thought it was just going to be a fluke punch. He didn't do what we talked about, throwing a phantom like fake kick or a roundhouse.
I was so looking for that.
But you got to give...
He held his own.
You got to give McGregor credit. He went longer in his first fight than most people do with Mayweather ever. He won more rounds than most people do. And if you look at it, he landed over 40% more punches than the last 7 opponents against Mayweather have, including De La Hoya and Pacquiao in his first ever fight. And he got paid.
He got paid. He got paid.
Floyd McGregor, that's right. Did I say
make
that?
the word paid a 6-syllable word. Yeah, but some of those punches that he connected on was part of Mayweather's strategy.
It was.
And I figured, I said this in about the 3rd round. I was watching with a bunch of guys, and I said, McGregor's never gone more than 25 minutes in a fight. Ever. And in the middle of, and he was good and solid for 8 rounds.
I'm not counting the hammer punches. The hammer punches were completely separate from that. But I must have said Floyd McGregor. That's my bad. 2 people have called me out on it now. But Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the fight. I thought it was a lot better than it was going to be.
Right. But my point was that oh, you don't want me to say my point?
No.
You just gave me that look
No,
like,
I gave my phone that look. Shut up.
We can end this now.
No.
It's been fine. No, it's McGregor had never gone more than 25 minutes. And after 8 rounds, 24 minutes, he was looking good. And about the middle of the 9th round, he just spit the bit and had nothing left. And you could tell that he was everything he could do to lift his arms up to throw a punch. And that's really when Mayweather took over the fight. And I think that was all that was all strategy, is let him punch himself out. He's not used to going that long where boxers are. Mm-hmm. Mayweather could dance around, get hit, and still be fresh in the 9th and 10th round because that's what he's used to fighting.
Let me say one thing, too, about Floyd Mayweather, because we have grilled him
Well, he's an idiot.
Until
he's
we're
an
blue
idiot.
in the face on this show. But I want to give him credit for the first time in his career in 50 fights. He sounded like a champion after the fight. He didn't sound like an idiot. He wasn't talking shit, arrogant, cocky. He gave credit where credit was due. He admitted that he was surprised by what Conor did. He basically praised him for doing something that no one else was willing to do. And he, for the first time ever, sounded like a champion. And if this was indeed his last fight like he promised his kids, he did it the right way. He went out winning, obviously, but the last thing he did in the ring. Now, his press conference afterwards, they did a press conference. He sounded like the old Floyd Mayweather. But the last thing that Showtime showed on TV was a champion in Floyd.
And McGregor didn't do himself any justice after the fight was over either, because he was whining and complaining the whole time. You know, about the referee stopping the fight early, and he could have fought longer, and Mayweather wasn't that good, and just stuff like that. And
right.
I don't think that did McGregor any good. Now, what does it do for McGregor as a UFC fighter in his next 3 or 4 fights? Does it get him...
Shit. What? Shut up. Goddamn Facebook video. Okay.
Does it get him paid big time?
Yeah. I think...
Does he get paid $50 million?
No, but the thing is, though, like Diaz already said if he fights him, he wants a bigger pay. You know, there's a few other people that say, you know who I want to see him fight? I want to see him for the next 2 years just bulk and bulk and bulk.
Brock Lesnar.
I would love it. Floyd, I do think is done. I legitimately think he promised his kids he's done. He's 51-0.
I think he'll 50. No, 50.
He beat the Big Show at WrestleMania.
No, he's 50-0.
51-0.
He's 50-0. God. Oh, by the way, I have a bone to pick with you in a second too when we're done with this.
Is it the Ric Flair pose?
Yes. I like Ric Flair.
Oh, okay.
I like Ric Flair. I like those old school guys.
He posted a video today. Basically, he doesn't look good, but he posted a video in true Nature form.
No, I like the Nature Boy. I like Hulk Hogan. I like The Rock. I like those guys. But
if you like The Rock, you should watch Baywatch. That shit was funny.
Was it really? I
He
haven't
was
seen
in
it.
like the dumbest role ever, but it was hilarious. Talking hella shit. It was just fantastic. All right, we're done with that, right?
Yep.
50-0. He's 51-0, Mike.
He's 50-0. Mike, you're right. You're right.
WrestleMania,
it doesn't count.
He knocked out Big Show with brass knuckles on his hand. All right.
All right. Now we can get into this.
So with our picks, you want to start with our picks, or you want to jump into the talk?
Let's talk about it.
Just 3 more minutes of this. I'm just going to let it roll. I'm just kidding.
Oh, nice.
The NFL is finally back. Today was the last Sunday where it didn't matter. There was nothing big.
The last Sunday of 2017 without football.
Right. Married folks, dating, just tell them you're sorry now. Because Thursday night it goes down. The Raiders are going to get a lot of respect from us this year, because I do think that they are one of the top 2, maybe 3
I got a little
AFC
crow to eat.
teams.
I got a little crow to eat, too, I think.
A little what?
A little crow to eat.
Yeah, we'll see.
A little car crow.
But I think the Raiders are definitely a top 3 team. I think it goes...
Ooh, I don't know about that.
In the AFC?
Oh, in the AFC, yeah.
I think it goes Patriots, and then the Raiders and Steelers, I think, are right up there.
I think the Steelers are a little bit better because I like their defense better. Raiders' defense is bad.
CJ Fedorowicz, is that who you're talking about, Will? The Texans tight end? No. I will tell you who the sleeper tight end is in the NFL. Sleeper tight end. I'll make a note for Will when we
Was
get
that
to
one
that.
of your? Was that what your name was going to be?
Sleeper tight end?
No.
Oh, it hurts when I hurt? No, I got rid of that.
Oh, well, no. I'm saying, is that one of your sleepers?
Fuck no. I didn't. That's why I didn't take either one of those guys. I don't care if he got a big extension. Who's throwing him the ball? No one in Houston is throwing CJ Fedorowicz the ball. I'm sorry.
No.
It's just not going to happen this year. Let's talk first let's talk first about the Raiders. We have Raider fans on. We have Niner fans too. But let's talk about the Raiders because the Raiders didn't do as much in the offseason with like cuts and things like that. No one. I went through the entire cut list to get down to 53. This is how good the Raiders were. They cut roughly, I want to say it's like 40 people. I recognized one name, and that is, I don't know how to say it, IK Inamakapia, whatever the fuck his name is. He used to play for another team. He just got brought in. First name is IK. Last name is ENEMKPALALI. Inamakapia. That's the only name I knew. He's a fourth-year player.
Never heard of him.
Only guy that I recognize on their entire cut list, which tells me
That the Raiders weren't that good.
the Raiders are that good that they that they didn't need to bring in new people. They already had a solid team.
Yeah, but when they're good, you're going to know names that are cut because they're going to have better people.
They didn't bring in very many people though. The Raiders kept it pretty
Which is
close
a big problem.
No,
their
because-
defense
no.
is horrible.
No,
their
be-
defense is horrible.
Their defense is going to be fine.
No,
the
it's
problem
not.
was their backup quarterback situation was horrible.
Well, yeah, but they don't have a defense. Every expert, everything I've read, says that the Raiders are picked to be a mid to low 20s defense.
Yeah, but their offense is strong enough. I think that's going to keep them in
You
it.
can't win 48 to 42.
We'll see. I think the Raiders are going to be a lot better than we think.
I
And
think
their
they are,
defense
but I
is
think
gonna be
their
better.
defense is going to be an Achilles heel.
Wild card Broncos Ravens. I want the Sea Turds to go. Mike, no one's going fucking 0-16. Okay.
Yeah, the New York Jets are.
I don't know. He wants the
Yes.
Sea Chickens to do it. They're not
No,
going to.
they're not going 0-16. They're going to
No.
they're going to win their division.
Mike's going to his first 49ers game against the Panthers. That'll be fun. He wants to know about Levi Stadium. Mike, we'll get to that. I made a note of it right here. Right there. Except our Facebook live stream froze. Why did our Facebook live stream freeze? Is it still working on your end?
Oh, I don't know.
The Jets do have the best chance to go 0-16.
Yeah,
That's
they're horrible.
absolutely correct.
They are horrible. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a defense. They have a couple of receivers, and that's about it.
If they have a couple of receivers.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and...
But they're tanking, too. I mean, they're legitimately, no bones about it, tanking.
I can see that.
They've admitted it.
Oh, have they?
Not in so many words, but you know, everybody that is in the know says, yeah, look, they're just tanking it this year. They're going to be an NBA team, and maybe they win one or two games, but they're basically doing what the NBA does, and they're tanking for this year.
That's crazy. But the only professional sports that you can legitimately tank is the NFL, because the NBA you tank and then you get a lotto ball and then you end up taking third and it's stupid.
Right.
Let's see here. Jermaine Kearse is their best receiver. Ouch. That sucks for them.
And he just got traded from the Seahawks.
Right. Let's go ahead and talk about the Raiders. Let's go ahead and look at their schedule real quick. We do this every year. Just kind of give it an idea of where they're going to be.
Okay.
They open the season at the Tennessee Titans. That's going to be a tough game. The Titans are going to be a pretty good team this year.
I give that a win to the Raiders.
As do I. Jets is going to be obviously win at home. First home game on the 17th.
You want to write these down?
Yeah.
Not write them down, but just keep track of.
Yeah, we'll just do tallies.
Yeah.
So we'll go with R and 4. Then we'll go Greg V, Greg B, GB, 49. All right, so we have... We're just going to do all 2 wins because I can just count wins. So we have two.
Two for both of us.
And then they're at the Redskins.
I give that to the Raiders.
So we're at 3 apiece. At the Broncos. Broncos, they read TJ's blog. No, fuck no, Will. You're high. Well, maybe you're not. Let's just wait and see. The Broncos just signed Osweiler, apparently, because their quarterback situation's balls. So the Raiders are going to go 4 there,
Nah.
in my opinion.
I don't think so.
No?
I think they might lose that game.
Okay, what about home versus the Ravens?
They'll win that.
Okay, there's your 4. I think they win that as well. Home against the Chargers.
They win that.
There's your 5. There's your 6. Home against the Chiefs on Thursday night football.
I think I'm giving that to the Chiefs.
I think I'm going to give that to the Chiefs as well. At the Buffalo Bills.
Raiders.
At the Miami Dolphins. They don't have a
Raiders.
quarterback.
They have Cutler.
No, they don't. They don't have a quarterback. Week 10, they have a bye. Home for the Patriots. Tie?
Yeah. I think I have to give it to the Patriots.
I think I give that to the Patriots also. Home for the Broncos. I think the Raiders win the recap game.
Yeah, I think they win at home.
Then they're home for the Giants.
I think they win that.
I do as well. And then they're at the Chiefs.
They lose that.
I think they lose that one as well. They're home for the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football, December 17th.
Cowboys will be full strength.
Yep. Zeke will be back. Everyone
Barring
will be back.
injuries. I think I'm getting that to the Cowboys.
You know, I think I would give that one to the Raiders. I think that's gonna be the you're forced. That's gonna be the Raiders like show up game. They're gonna prove that they're legit.
Could be. I can see that going.
At the Eagles.
The Raiders win that.
And then at the Chargers last game of the season.
Raiders win that.
So you have them at 11. I have them at 13. So 13 is what they won. They won 12 last year. One up from that. Fucking Will. I mean, I get it.
Does he say 16-0?
He said 15-1.
No way.
They lose.
Sorry,
They
Will.
lose to the Chargers on the road.
What?
Oh yeah, the Raiders do have a game in Mexico City again. You take their team away and you take away a home game.
Who do they play in Mexico City?
Which game is it against Mexico City, guys? 15. No fucking way, Will. I'll tell you what though, if they go 15-1, I will apologize. Will, I'll have you on the show and I will apologize to you in person if they go 15-1.
I thought you were going to say maybe you'd eat dog food or something.
No, I won't go that far, but no. Oh, New England? Yeah, they're losing at 8,000 feet elevation.
They play New England in Mexico City?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
They're going to lose by 20.
Right? Because they did not show up last year in Mexico City. The Raiders are going to have a good year, though. And I let's put it this way. We talked about Vegas knowing their shit about the Kings.
What do they say? What do they say about Raiders?
The Raiders right now have the most bets on them to win the Super Bowl this year in Vegas.
Yeah, there's no way. They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
They're going to be in the AFC Championship game, though. I think it's going to be New England, and it's going to be New England, and it's going to be the Raiders, and it's going to be the rematch. So, you got to remember though, it's been 15 years since the Tuck. It's time for redemption.
I don't know. I think the Steelers are going to have something to say about it too.
Tony says, "Dog food, dog food, dog food." I'm gonna make my prediction right now that the Oakland Raiders, if they play the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game,
Depends on where it is.
don't give a shit where it is. Raiders are going to the Super Bowl. They will have destiny at their back.
I think it's going to be either the Patriots or I'm high on the Steelers. This
Now,
year.
on the flip side of that, they just may lose in the wild card game against the Jets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the Raiders could literally hurt everyone.
Tennessee.
But I will say this though: in the next 2 years, I believe the Raiders will host the Lombardi Trophy in Oakland before they leave for Vegas. It's either going to be next year or this year. I really do believe that, as much as it hurts me to say, being a Niners fan.
They're going to have to do a lot. I still go back to they're going to have to do a lot with their defense. They can't win a Super Bowl with the defense that they have on the field. The defensive backfield is just way too weak. They can't stop anybody. That's why they have no shot against New England, because Brady's going to tear them up. They have no shot against Ben Roethlisberger because with his receiving core, they're going to eat up the secondary of the Raiders. That's why I don't see them being in the Super Bowl.
Do you think Marshawn Lynch makes a big enough impact on the Raiders?
No,
it's literally just a ticket.
Their
grab?
offense. I mean, he's going to help. Of course, he's going to help. I can see him at 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, probably 9 or 10 touchdowns. I can see that, but they didn't do enough to strengthen defensively.
Right.
And the tired old adage that defense wins championships.
Unless Colin Kaepernick's your quarterback, and then they just...
Yeah.
And then the other team's defense wins championships because he throws it to the defense.
Right.
Fuck you, Colin Kaepernick.
It's just they haven't done enough defensively. And
I say he's an idiot.
It's Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's talk 49ers. But first, let's address Mr. Mike Barnbaum. Mike says, I'm going to my first 49ers game Sunday morning via the 916 Empire bus from Southgate Plaza. I'm looking forward to a Levi's Stadium experience. What do you two know about Levi's Stadium? Let me tell you this right now.
Let me tell you right now, for me, Mike, I know zero about it. I know that one side of the field is super hot. The other side, you got to wear a jacket, and parking sucks. That's all I know. I've never been there.
All right, Mike, I'm going to look at you right here. Me and you. You're not. Never mind. You're not on Facebook. You're on Mixlr. Me and you, Mike. Here's what my recommendation, Mike. Ride the bus down there. Stand outside. Sell your ticket. Hop back on a bus. Go to a local sports bar and watch the game there, because Levi's Stadium sucks ass. You're gonna hate every bit of it. It's hot. It's stupid.
Now,
the field faces the wrong way.
Remember. He likes Oakland Coliseum.
You're right. You're going to love it, Mike. Just take it in. You're going to love the cesspool. No, it's a beautiful place, but there's enough in that damn place that piss me off to my fucking core that I cannot stand it. Can't stand that damn place at all. And it doesn't help that the Niners don't win games when I go there, so it makes it even worse.
They don't win, period.
49ers are the 49ers equal the Raiders 4 years ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
The good thing for you guys though is the Raiders are the polar opposite of the Niners from 3 years ago, in that your offense is stellar and your defense is weak, where the Niners' defense was amazing and our offense was weak. But you know what?
But I think the Niners have stuff in place to correct those issues.
Yeah, and it starts with the coach and the GM.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Trent Baalke.
I say he's an idiot.
Trent hasn't been around for a while. I don't even know if that's the right Trent Baalke voice.
Sure. Let me say this. Let me say this about Trent Baalke. The final piece that was still on the roster from the Trent Baalke era is gone. 49ers released wide receiver Jeremy Curley today, or yesterday. So he's gone. So as I mentioned, the Niners cuts, or the Raiders cuts, were like minimal, right? The Niners cuts, complete opposite. Here's names that we know.
I haven't seen this list, so.
Ahmed Brooks, gone.
Knew that.
Bruce Ellington, gone.
Wow.
Jeremy Curley, gone.
Wow.
Quentin Dial, gone.
Kind of heard that.
Asa Jackson, he was another cornerback they brought in, gone. Vance McDonald traded, gone.
Right.
Baalke was Ellington, Curley, McDonald's extension. Those are the last three pieces. All of them gone, and I love it. And Will, to announce or to talk about your sleeper in C.J. Fedorowicz, I drafted C.J. Fedorowicz, and I released C.J. No, did I? I might still have him, but there is a sleeper tight end in the NFL, and he's on the San Francisco 49ers, and his last name is Kittle. He's a rookie out of Iowa. He played with C.J. Beathard in Iowa the last 4 years.
Beathard?
Is it Beathard?
No, it's Beathard.
Whatever.
C.J. Beathard. We're going to the spa tonight.
Anyways.
And we're going to go with C.J. Fedorowicz and C.J. Beathard.
Shut up. Anyways, this guy is 6'5", I believe. Runs a fast 40, has hands like butter. Dude could catch anything. And he blocks like Heath Miller used to block. Like, just an amazing blocking tight end. He has... George Kittle. There you go. He has... Or that might be his dad. His dad played in the NFL a long time ago, too. He is legitimately going to be the next big tight end for the San Francisco 49ers. And I do believe that eventually, in the first week or two, he's going to edge out Selleck as our starter. And people are going to be like, holy shit.
My guess is they'll probably run a lot of two tight end offense.
They will. Yeah. And but the primary tight end is going to be Kittle. This guy,
as long as the quarterback can stay upright enough to get him the ball, which I think they will. But
you guys will be shocked with Kittle. This kid can play. And I'm excited. I haven't been that excited since, before we knew that Vernon Davis couldn't catch the ball. Because for a long time they were like, oh damn, Vernon Davis, and he's like, oh, you can't fucking catch. I was always under the impression that Darius Hayward-Bay just dressed for Vernon Davis once he got kicked out of the league. Like, no joke. It's ridiculous. George Kittle. And then, actually, Selleck got dropped down to third string. It goes Kittle, Paulson, Selleck. So Kittle's our starting tight end. So there you go.
So I didn't take the week one.
Nope. So there you go. Sleeper of the week.
There you
Sleeper
go.
of the year. Let's do... Oh, I don't know why I did that.
We got 49ers.
49ers schedule. It's not going to be as promising as the Raiders. So what did you have? You had 11. Raiders were 11.
I had 11 and 5. You had them 13 and 3.
Right. Greg B. Raiders 11, 13, and 40. God damn, my handwriting's terrible. All right. Week 1, Carolina Panthers.
Loss.
I'm not convinced the Panthers are going to be that good this year.
It doesn't matter. I just don't think the Niners are the kind of team that can go on the road and beat a decent team. And I think that's what Carolina's not going to go 15 and 1 or.
You said who can't go on the road?
Is it Niner? Is it at?
It's at Levi's.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was at.
No. I'm giving the Niners the week 1. The Niners, regardless of how bad we've been, always show up week 1. They may not win, but they show up week 1.
I'll give them week 1.
At the Seahawks week 2. And there's a first loss.
Yep.
Home for the Rams. I think that's going to be a tough game. I think the Rams are going to surprise a lot of people.
I do too. I give it to the Rams.
I'm gonna give it to the Niners.
God, you're Mr. Optimistic this year.
I am really excited about the Niners this year.
Well, you were optimistic about the Raiders too.
Yeah. At Cardinals.
The loss.
Yeah, I don't think they pull that one off. At the Colts. I think you're playing quarterback that week for the Colts.
Yeah. I think a one-legged quarterback probably would do better than anything they got on the.
Right.
I'm still going to go Colts.
I am too. Just that long road trip.
Yeah, they can't go on the road. They won't win a road game.
You don't think so?
Nope. Don't think they'll win a road game.
I disagree with that because the following week they're at the Redskins.
I think the Redskins win.
Yeah, you're right. I like the Redskins this year too. Home for the Cowboys.
God. I got to say Cowboys.
Let's see. What week is that? That's week 7. So that would be the first week that Zeke is back. And probably pissed.
Cowboys.
I'm going to go Cowboys as well. At the Eagles.
That could be an upset.
I'm going to go with the road win there.
I think I might too.
Home for
give that a win for me too.
Home for the Cardinals. I'm going to give the Niners the edge on that one.
I'm going to give them a loss.
Then they're home for the Giants. I think they take a loss there.
Yeah.
They're home for the Seahawks after their bye. Week 11's their bye.
That's a loss.
I'm going to go ahead and give the Niners after the bye week a proper win. Because I believe the Seahawks are in a week 9 bye, which means they will be playing the week prior. Niners have a week off. At the Bears.
I think the Niners can beat the Bears.
Oh, so look at that. They have 2 road wins now.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I didn't know my schedule.
At the Texans. Again, no quarterback. I mean, Foster's there. I think Foster's going to be decent.
Boy. I think I'm going... Niners. I think they win that game.
I do too. That puts them at 7. I think the Niners go... I think they go 8-8, and I'm looking at it now. I think that's what happens. They're home for the Titans. I don't see them winning that game. They're home for the Jaguars. I see that as being my 8th win.
I'll give them 5.
And then they're at the Rams. I don't think they win the second game against the Rams. So I have the Niners at 8-8. You have them at
5-11.
5-11.
I like 5-11 for them. I like that.
Do you think that between that game, the Colts, and the game of the Redskins, the 49ers will practice in Youngstown, Ohio? Yes, I do. That was a Harbaugh thing. I don't know that Paulson got cut today. Okay. I don't think that Shanahan is against that. I think the Niners have kind of adopted that mentality when it goes to playing in Ohio instead of going back.
I think they're trying to bring some of that magic back from and some of those traditions that they did in the past. So.
Yeah, with a competent coaching.
Yeah.
Let's see, Barnbaum. DeAndre Carter of Sac State was waived today. Who cares, Mike? Paul Paulson got cut. Let's see here. Cool.
Any other major cuts today from any other teams?
I can check. Can you keep an eye on the Facebook?
I can't see the comments though.
If you open the video and watch, oh yeah, maybe you can't. Yeah, you can. You open it up and then you just use the doohickey. Broncos sign Osweiler. Chiefs sign Spiller. Here we go. Cut down weekend. The moves you need to know.
Oh, there we go. I got no picture. It says I'm the only one on.
There should be one other person on right now. At least. Let's see. Oh, that video is going to start. Fuck you, NFL.com, and all your stupid videos. Hold on. I gotta wait for this video to buffer before I can. There we go. Let's see here. Trading days. Dorsett for Brissett move was really weird. QB. Release players who make an impact. TJ Ward got released by the Broncos.
Oh, wow, okay.
He's expected to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Matt Jones, Redskins running back, released. He had a big fumbling issue.
Yeah.
Jeremy Curley, like I had said.
Because there were 1,100 players that were cut yesterday between Friday and Saturday.
Jesus.
11. Well, they didn't do any cut down. So usually they go
usually
from
stuff them
93
down.
to 72 or something like that. They did it all one weekend. So they figured there were 1,196 or something like that players cut in
That's insane.
yesterday.
The page isn't loading, so there's that. Let's go ahead and do this, though. Let's go to Google's. Now, remember, guys, we also on CBS Sports have a pick'em league running. We ran it last year. We'll run it again this year. James is in it. TJ's in it. A couple other folks are in it. Would love
I'll be in it. I'll be in it.
Would love to see you guys in it. I sent out the emails today as a reminder. You go in, you pick your picks. No points, just winners and losers. And every week we talk about it. So let's go ahead and do this.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not here to get back in the presidential race. But you never know. I could be swayed. America needs me. Okay, now it's time for the most luxurious, amazing, incredible picks in the world. Mine. I'll take the Ravens to top the Bengals, even though that doesn't make sense because cats eat birds. I'll also take the Rams to beat the Seahawks, but who really cares? My upset pick is the Eagles to beat the Giants, and my wild card is the Bills to sink the Dolphins.
All right, boys, you heard his picks. Now it's your turn. Greg B, who you got?
Wow.
Had some fun with that one today.
I like that one. Where'd you get the...
It's Frank Kelly, I know, doing
Is it really?
doing NFL picks for the what you call it, as Trump. This is in like
Nice.
2009. He was talking about Tebow a lot and everything. I'm like,
Oh, is he really?
doing that. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and get on my phone and I'll lock in my picks. I don't know if you have the app anymore to do it.
I do, but I don't think I joined it yet.
All right. Well, let's write them down then. Makes it a little bit harder to write them down on week one, but here we go. Weeky one. All right, Mr. Veroza, Thursday Night Football is the Chiefs at the Patriots.
The Patriots.
I agree with you on that one. We're going to go with both G's on the Patriots. Jets and Bills. Pretty sure we can both agree on the Bills.
Bills.
Bills, G and G. Steelers and Browns. Do I even need to ask?
No.
Didn't think so. Dolphins, Raiders. That's not right. No, Buccaneers, Raiders. Mayweather. Buccaneers, Dolphins.
I say he's an idiot.
You have to... That's still, every once in a while, I think about that night. That was actually the best thing we've ever done. That was the best moment of this show's history.
Come on, Mayweather. Oh, God. Gotta give Eddie credit for that one.
I thought I was going to piss my pants. I was laughing so hard.
Buccaneers, Dolphins.
The Yuccaneers.
I'm going to take the Bucks as well. Raiders, Titans.
Raiders.
we have a lot of the same picks here. Eagles at the Redskins. That's going to be a good one. I think Carson Wentz is going to be a breakout player of the year.
I do too.
And Kirk Cousins, if he does really want to stay in Washington, along with that contract that Matthew Stafford got, Cousins is going to ball out of his mind to show that he's worth like $29 million a year next year.
I'm going Redskins.
So am I.
Oh, shit.
Got to go with my mom's team. Panthers 49ers. I'm taking San Francisco.
Yeah.
We're not going to have anything different. Here we go. This one will be interesting. Jaguars and Texans. I'm going to call that the barn burner.
Where's it at?
In Texas. I think it's going to be a 9-6 finish.
I'm going Houston.
I'm going to go Jacksonville. So Houston, GV, Jacksonville, GB. Cardinals, Lions.
Cardinals. Where's it at?
In Detroit.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals.
Arizona, GB. I'm going to go with Detroit. GB. God damn it. Falcons, Bears. I think that one's an easy one. Definitely not going with the Bears.
The Bears.
John Fox gets Idiot of the Year, by the way. Did you see what happened in the last preseason game? Mm-mm. Trubinsky starts the first two series. Mm-hmm. I think he hands off the ball 12 of 13 plays. Game gets going. Fourth quarter, backup quarterback gets hurt. Puts Trubinsky back in the game instead of like Mark Sanchez or their third string quarterback, and has him sitting in the pocket throwing passes as the game's clock is winding down. Gets sacked twice, scrambles and gets blasted out of bounds. Luckily, he gets up and doesn't get hurt. You give up your whole franchise to move up a pick
that you
to
didn't
take
need
a
to
guy the Niners didn't even have on their radar.
No.
And then you let him play in the fourth preseason game
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Against guys who are trying to make a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Fox, Idiot of the fucking month. This is John Fox.
I'll say it easy.
No. I saw that and I was just like, good
What an
Lord.
idiot.
Thank you, Mike Barnbaum. Let's see. Falcons, Bears, Ravens, Bengals.
Where's it at?
Cincy.
Cincinnati. I've heard a lot of experts saying that the Ravens are going to be a 3 or 4 win team this year.
Wow. TJ has them winning their division. Colts, oh Jesus. Colts, Rams. That's going to be LA.
And where's it at?
In LA.
LA.
Seahawks, Packers.
Where?
In Green Bay.
Packers.
Yeah, I think Packers take it as well.
Packers. The Packers.
Monday Night Football, September 11th. Saints at Vikings. Still no Teddy Two Gloves. It's Sam Bradford up there, and
I'm going New Orleans.
so am I. And the late game, Chargers at Broncos.
Broncos.
I'm taking the Chargers. The Broncos defense is going to be good, but they have Osweiler coming in at quarterback, or who else knows?
Do you hear who's announcing that game?
No.
Rex Ryan is
Shut
the color
the
commentary. So we go from Chris Berman and Trent Dilfer to Doris. I think it's Doris Burke and Rex Ryan.
Good Lord. I'd rather have Chris Berman call a home run derby than to have to watch that shit.
It's going to be a shit show.
Good Lord. Really?
Yep.
Wow. So we're different on 1, 2, 3 games. That's it. But yeah, CBS Sports, if you're interested, message us. We will have the link. I will send you the link. We'll email you the link, whatever you need to get that link. We want you to participate. We have 2 fantasy football leagues going. I'm in both of them. Greg V is not. We have our main league that we talk about every year, and then we have Sports Talk 916 2. Should be a good one. A lot of new faces, a lot of old faces, a lot of familiarity in those leagues. We appreciate everyone that participates in those with us every year. We had another successful draft at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was a good one. It was a lot of fun. We did it inside this time. It was cool. Let's see here. July 4th. Why the fuck is that showing up on there? Anything else you want to cover? Any other sports?
Did you hear about the feel-good story of the week?
USC?
Yep.
You want to elaborate on it?
Sure. So I remember this story about 8 years ago. There was a 12-year-old boy, 10-year-old boy, I guess at the time. He had had cancer in his eye when he was 2 or 3 years old and lost his eye. Mm-hmm. At 10 or 11, at 10, 11, or 12, somewhere in there, it came back. And USC and Pete Carroll was still there. So Pete Carroll invited this kid who was a huge SC fan.
Huge.
To come in and spend a couple of days right before his surgery. He had the surgery, and then a week later came back and was the team, mascot or whatever for the day. And
let's not call him the mascot.
You know what I'm saying. The guest of the team did the whole breaking up, the break of the team, the whole bit, and swore that someday he was going to play for SC. Well, it turns out that this kid in high school became a long snapper, and he would come in a couple of times every game. The coaches would always talk to the other team, and they wouldn't rush, and they would put him in when it's out of touch. So he actually gets a scholarship to USC. So he's actually a scholarship football player, which was really cool that this is 2 or 3 coaches later that they still honor this kid with an athletic scholarship. And there's I read where the scholarship comes. It's not really comes out of their regular scholarship fund. It's like a disabled athletic scholarship or something. Right. Fast forward to last night, SC's up by 17 points, 16 points. They score, calls timeout. Jake gets in, snaps the ball, perfect snap, and kicker makes it.
Nice.
So he's actually now an official Division I college football player. And I'm not a big SC fan, and they've done a lot of stupid things, Reggie Bush and the whole bit. But I just thought that was hella cool that they would first off follow through with this kid who has done nothing but been a huge SC fan.
Right.
They could have just blown him off.
Yep.
That's been 3 coaches ago that he was involved with them. But Sarkisian when he was there and Ogeron when he was there, both, talked about the kid. I saw sound clips about both of them. And this kid's been a part of the SC football family for 8 years.
Right.
So it's nice to see a big time, and SC's a big time college football program,
without a doubt,
to follow through with a kid that has been a fan, has had a dream his whole life.
Whoa.
Oh, and is actually, you look at the kid, he's big enough to handle himself, but nobody's gonna do anything because obviously he can't see what he's doing. But
that would be so fucked up if someone just blindsided him.
Yeah. Blindside him, get it? Blindside him?
Hey,
yeah.
No pun intended.
But I just thought that was cool. I thought that was just the feel-good story of the week.
I used to have it on here. I guess I don't. Damn it. I was going to do the ba-dum-pum. Oh, I guess that one lost.
You need to learn that pad again.
It's been a little bit of time.
I know. I'm just saying, you need to learn how to use that thing again.
Yeah.
So Jake Olson is the guy. SC won 49-31.
Yeah, Bellingham Nine. I was about to go with that. UCLA story of the week. UCLA down 44-10 with 4:08 left in the third quarter. Comes back to beat Texas A&M 45-44. 35 unanswered points, which was awesome. The other feel-good story, we're talking about feel-good stories. Do you see the thing about the Bowling Green kicker?
No.
So Jake Suter was a walk-on for Bowling Green as a kicker, and basically when they were starting to break camp, get ready for the season, Bowling Green's coach still had 2 scholarships left that he could offer. They hadn't decided how they were going to do those, so at the end of practice, Suter was kicking the ball. He was having a good practice, so he decided to challenge him for a scholarship. On the spot, he said, everyone line up, split offense and defense down the middle at the hash marks, long snapper, holder, him. 53-yard field goal between a tunnel through your guys. You make it, you get your scholarship. If you miss it, you got to keep trying out. On the spot, snaps it, down the middle, like if you wrote it in a book, nailed it with probably 5 or 6 yards to go. Team just goes ballistic, mobs him, gets one of the final 2
that's cool.
scholarships as a walk-on, and now he's their starting kicker for Bowling Green.
I've seen a lot of those. SportsCenter does that every once in a while, where they'll have a player and somehow they'll surprise them with the scholarship, and it's always kind of a cool moment that those schools are doing.
Yeah, no, it's I like it because it's, you know, as mad as it, not as mad, but as much of an asshole as it makes me feel, I really don't like it when they hammer down those feel good stories of, you know, little Timmy who, you know, he shouldn't be playing, and you know they show all the big guys just like fall over and miss him and this and that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That false sense of hope. Like, okay, let the kid, you know, run out the coin toss. Let him lead the charge. Let him.
So
do
what do you
something.
think about the USC kid? If you don't like those stories, what do you think about the USC?
He earned his ability to be a long snapper. Now, albeit, you know, they make an agreement not to hit him, but
Well, you can't really hit the long snapper anymore anyway.
exactly. And most guys, it's hard to long snap a ball with that tight spiral to get it there quick enough. For him to learn it, not being able to see, to me, that's remarkable. Little Johnny with, you know, I hate, like I said, it makes you sound like an asshole, but like with Down syndrome or whatever it is, that loves football, so they roll him out there in the end of a game, and everyone just dives and misses him and whatever. It gives that kid a false sense of hope. Like I said, let him, or maybe they're just doing it too much.
I think we see it too much.
Yeah,
I think we see it too much.
Let it go unseen. Let it be something that the school does. But at the same time, this kid learned to snap a ball. He did it by using his other senses. He's good at it. And like you said, they're protected anyways. Like, you're most likely...
But they stood up. I mean, nobody even rushed anybody on that. Nobody hit anybody.
It was an extra point. Who
They just stood up. I know.
Anyways, though, anything else you got on your docket?
No. I mean, just since we've been gone, the Giants still suck.
Oh, actually,
Kinks.
let's talk about that. Bumgarner today hit his 17th career home run.
That was a blast.
I didn't see it. I heard about it. First home run, or first pitcher to have 3+ home runs in 4 straight seasons since
Really?
like the 60s.
So I listened to our buddy Marty Luer today.
Yeah.
He wants him to shut Bumgarner down for the rest of the year.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I wouldn't either.
The other thing I want to see him do is fully engage in those Giancarlo Stanton talks.
Yeah.
Jeter wants to cut contracts. Jeter wants to...
And I don't think you have to give up a lot for him. I don't think
so either.
I think you could get away with an Arroyo or
No, I don't give up Arroyo. I'm sorry, I don't. I give up, you know, I can say Beatty or Block.
Yeah.
Even maybe even a
Don't say Panic.
Belt maybe.
Maybe Belt.
And Panic I'm okay with. Because here's the deal. Arroyo's a natural second baseman. You can put Arroyo there. You can put
Yeah.
Landry Jones over at first. You can save a couple other guys. I think if you have to sweeten the pot to get a guy at the caliber of Giancarlo Stanton, Panic is expendable.
What about D. Gordon? There's a lot of talk about the Giants just going after him and maybe in a separate deal. I think he makes a huge difference. I just don't want to give up too much for him. He's 30 years old.
I wouldn't give up Panic for Gordon.
He's going to be 30 years old next year, and he's making $30 million over the next 3. So he's got 3 years left on his contract at 10 per. But defensively, he's a hell of a lot better than what they have out in center field now.
D. Gordon's a second baseman.
Is he?
Yeah.
But he can. I thought
He's a straight second baseman.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Gorky Hernandez had a hell of a play in center field
One
today.
game, one play.
Gorky's has stepped up.
One play. Hasn't hit a home run yet this year.
That's okay. Gorky's has stepped up big time compared to what we thought he was going to do.
How did I not know D. Gordon was the second baseman?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
You are stupid.
I know. I am.
I say he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'm handicapped, so
there you go.
Just cut me a break.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like James just said in the chat box, one Giants system team made it to the playoffs this year. One. Something's got to give. If you can get a guy like Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, absolutely.
And it costs Panic, you know what? That's okay. Because they have Wang or Wong who could play third. You put Arroyo at second.
Yeah, but does Wong come back? I mean, he was pissed that he got sent down. I mean, he
Pablo's not coming back, I don't think.
I don't think Pablo's coming back.
I think they can promise Wong a third base spot. I mean, if Arroyo doesn't figure it out.
I mean, Arroyo had third base figured out. It was he couldn't hit.
No, James, no. Do you trade Madison with his contract to rebuild?
No.
There's 2 players on this team.
3.
Panic's not one of them.
I'm not saying Panic.
Oh, Crawford. I'm sorry. Crawford, Madison, Buster are the 3 untouchables.
You don't touch those 3 guys.
Yeah, I don't touch Madison. He's going to come back next year pissed. He's going to come back ready to go. I'm pretty sure he's going to sell all of his motorcycles in the offseason. If not, someone should steal them all.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just baseball was fucking rough this year. The Dodgers, you can't say anything bad about the goddamn Dodgers this year. They're short of amazing.
Like a friend of mine said the other day.
Until they win in October, it doesn't mean shit.
Well, that too, but because another buddy of mine's a Dodger fan, and he was giving us crap, and the third guy that was with us just turned to him and said, "Yeah, but the bottom line is we're both sitting on the same couch watching another team play in the World Series, so
yeah, pretty much
it doesn't matter."
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the offseason more than the end of this season.
You know, it's funny. I've watched more baseball this year than I think I've watched in the last 5 or 6 years.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. Plus there's nothing else on TV to watch, but
That's true.
I've watched probably 80 Giants games this year.
You were also hobbled up.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, like today, I spent all day watching the Giants game. Yesterday, I watched. I'm watching them because for some reason, I'm just captivated by this team, and I want to see them break out because I don't think they're as bad as they're letting on to be.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I just don't know. It's gonna be. I'm really curious to see what Bobby Evans does. I truly believe that Bobby Evans, this is his final audition.
Oh yeah.
This is his last chance. If he doesn't do something big, and I think Giancarlo Stanton right there alone saves his job, as long as he doesn't give up too much. But like I said, I think Belt, I think Panic, I think one of those guys are expendable.
I haven't been a Bobby Evans fan the whole time. So I just don't think he hasn't earned his stripes. And when you're trying to follow Sabes, you can't, that's a hard act to follow.
Yeah.
Sabian did a great job, and he's just not cutting it.
Yep, I agree. We'll see what happens. At least football's back, right?
Yeah, right.
And NBA's right around the corner. The Kings may not win a lot of games, but they're going to be a fun young core to watch. There's going to be a lot of promise finally in seeing what the future holds for that Sacramento Kings team for sure.
Yeah, I'd say 35 wins, probably a good safe bet.
Yeah. Does Boch come back? Yes. I don't think Boch goes anywhere. I think Boch is locked.
What about Bam Bam Mullins?
Bam Bam TJ better fucking take Bam Bam to the airport. I'm so sick of that guy. Anyways, it's good to have you back. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back.
It is episode 217. It'll be up on iTunes soon, probably tomorrow morning, actually. And remember, we're back on Mixlr. We're always on Facebook Live. And football starts Thursday.
The last Sunday of the year without football.
If you are interested in the Pick'em League on CBS Sports, let us know. Picks have to be in by Thursday morning.
Can we put a link on the Facebook page?
Yep, I will. Cool, guys. For Greg, I am Greg. We'll see you guys next week.
Night, Larry.